This is Gabrielle Saddler, rough draft of her prepared speech, December 15th, 2016. You may begin when ready.
Your parents do so much for you. They make sure you eat when you're hungry. They make sure you have the nicest clothes. They make sure you have a jacket for the cold days and rain boots for the rainy days. Your parents are there at all your games, screaming and shouting for your achievements, being your biggest supporter. It feels as if they are sometimes one of your biggest enemies, but we all know our parents are one of the only people who we can truly count on. My mom in particular is one of the most supportive, loving, and caring people in my life. If I could thank my mom for only one thing out of all the things she has done for me, I would thank her for having the option to get rid of me and keeping me instead. 2,000 babies in 2012 were not able to thank their mothers. The reason being is their mothers chose to get an abortion before me. 202,000 babies were taken out of their mothers' bodies. Those babies who had beating hearts, fetal brain, a skeleton developed that can move, all organs that can function, and were able to feel pain. Some were poisoned and burned all over by saline, while others were ripped into pieces by sharp metal objects. Regardless of what doctors tell their patients, abortions are not acceptable. Abortions are a form of murder. The babies who are killed during abortions are very well alive. They have the right to live just like the mother had the right to be sexually active. Some may argue that when people are sexually active, they are not quote-unquote signing up for a child. An educated person would know that when you become sexually active, you are putting yourself at risk to become pregnant. The chances are not slim. In fact, 1 in 4 women will get pregnant while having sexual intercourse without protection. Many don't use protection. Most people do use condoms or some form of contraceptive, but the chances of getting pregnant are still there. So in my opinion, two people who decide to be sexually involved should understand they're opening doors for them to possibly get pregnant as well. Although the chances aren't as high, there's a possibility, and they should know that before they participate in sexual activities, just like one would do when it comes to STDs. I believe abortion should be done away with. The only time a child, in my opinion, would be able to be aborted is if the mother giving birth would be some type of health risk to the mother or child. Although many will argue that rape, incest, or poverty would be a reason to get an abortion, I do not agree. As for rape victims, I know many do not want a daily reminder of the tragic event, but they should remember how taken advantage, hurt, and helpless they felt when the incident occurred. Their unborn child is going to feel that exact same way. That child will be taken out of its mother's body and fighting for his or her life on a cold table, feeling the same hurt from the metal instruments used to take him out. In case of incest, I do not believe abortion should be available. If two people are consensually participating in sexual activities, even though they know they are related, then they must now take the responsibility to bring the child into the world. Some will argue that the child could have disabilities, but there is a 50-50 chance of that happening. You would never know until the child is actually born, or if you were to get some painful tests to find out. As for those who fear poverty for their child, I understand that many cannot provide for their children or fear that they will be able to provide for their child. That is completely understandable, especially because everyone's financial states are different. Here's my alternative route to abortion. When people have this fear, there's many churches and organizations that support mothers and their children until they are able to provide for themselves. They would easily help you throughout your pregnancy and even after the child is born. Many women who have gotten abortions are unable to get over it. Many will deal with depression, guilt, suicidal thoughts, loss of confidence, shame, anger, and even regret. The long-term emotional effects of abortions can affect the mother in horrible ways. The physical side effects of abortion are even worse. The mother could suffer from severe abdominal pains, heavy bleeding, damage to organs and cervix, infections, and difficulties becoming pregnant in the future. Abortion is not right. Abortion is a decision you are making for someone who has all the rights to make their own decisions. Abortion is never the right choice because there is always an alternative. This is why I will always remain pro-life.